Peaches. Originating in northwest China, these fuzzy stone fruits have been cultivated for thousands of years before making their way along the Silk Road to Europe and eventually the Americas. They are easily recognized by their soft, velvety skin and sweet, juicy flesh that clings to a deeply pitted central stone. Growers often divide them into freestone and clingstone varieties, which determines how easily the meat separates from the pit. Their delicate nature means they bruise easily, requiring careful handling during harvest, but their distinct floral aroma and rich flavor have made them a staple in summer baking and fresh eating around the world. Nectarines. Often mistaken for a completely different species, these are actually a genetic mutation of the peach, lacking the gene that produces fuzzy skin. This smooth exterior gives them a slightly firmer texture and a brighter, almost glossy appearance. Originating in the same regions as their fuzzy relatives, they tend to have a slightly sharper, more pronounced acidity that balances their natural sweetness. Because they lack protective fuzz, their skin is more susceptible to bruising and pests, making cultivation slightly more challenging. Despite this, their firm bite and vibrant flavor make them a highly sought-after summer fruit, often eaten fresh or grilled to enhance their natural sugars.
Plums. Found across the globe with distinct European and Japanese lineages, these smooth-skinned fruits come in a wide spectrum of colors, ranging from deep purple and crimson to pale yellow and green. The flesh inside is usually firm and incredibly juicy, contrasting with a tart skin that provides a sharp, pleasant bite. Cultivated since ancient times, they were one of the first fruits domesticated by humans. They are unique in their versatility, commonly enjoyed fresh during the warm months or dried into prunes to preserve their sweet, concentrated nutrients for winter storage. Apricots. Smaller and slightly more dense than peaches, these golden orange fruits are celebrated for their subtle, musky sweetness and slightly tart flavor. They have a very faint velvet texture on their skin and a smooth, easy-to-remove pit. Originally cultivated in Central Asia and the Middle East, they thrive in climates with cold winters and warm, dry summers. Because their fresh season is remarkably short, they are most frequently encountered in their dried form, which intensifies their natural sugars and preserves their rich vitamin content. Fresh varieties are highly prized for artisanal jams and preserves due to their high natural pectin levels. Cherries. As the smallest fruit in the stone fruit family, these vibrant red and yellow spheres grow in clusters on trees that are famous for their breathtaking spring blossoms. They are broadly categorized into sweet varieties, typically eaten fresh right off the stem, and sour or tart varieties, which are predominantly harvested for baking, preserves, and juices. Native to Europe and Western Asia, they have a notoriously short growing season and require a specific amount of winter chill to produce fruit. Harvesting them is incredibly labor-intensive, as they must be picked at peak ripeness to ensure the perfect balance of snap and sweetness. Damsons, a specific, ancient subspecies of the plum. These small, dark blue fruits are native to Great Britain and parts of Europe, though their roots trace back to the city of Damascus. They have a highly astringent and tart flavor profile when eaten raw, which makes them quite unpopular for fresh snacking. However, this same intense tartness, combined with a high pectin content, transforms into something extraordinary when cooked down with sugar. Because of this chemical makeup, they are considered the premier choice for making rich, deeply flavored jams, jellies, and traditional fruit preserves, holding a special place in heritage cooking.